What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Welcome back. I hope everyone is healthy and well today. Welcome, all my new supporters, and thank you so much for joining us today. Today we'll be reacting to a highly requested video. Now, we actually reacted to something similar maybe about a year ago. Maybe about a year ago, I'm not going to lie. So this is like a touch-up to our knowledge. But let's jump right into this video. Highly recommend it. Original video links will be down below in the description. That's right, links. We will be reacting to two videos today. One right after this one. But the first one today we'll be reacting to the Battle of Britain. Explained in 60 seconds? How you break the Battle of Britain down in 60 seconds. Now, this title really caught my attention. The video is 2 minutes and 44 seconds, but I'm considering, well, what I was considering is that maybe the beginning of it is probably like, I don't know, an intro or something. Him explaining that he's going to break it down in 60 seconds. How do you do that in 60 seconds? Let's jump right into this, man. Like I said, it's going to be two videos. We did actually learn about this, so we are educated. It's a touch up. It's a touch up.
Welcome back to the archive room at BFBS. This week,
Wait a minute.
Welcome back to the archive room at BFBS.
Okay.
This week, I've been researching a battle that could have changed the course of history for all of us. And it's my job to try and explain it in just 60 seconds.
I don't know how you're going to do this. I don't know.
The Battle of Britain saw the German Air Force bringing the fight to the skies above Britain. If they had won, Germany could have invaded the UK. Let's do this. The Battle of Britain in 60 seconds.
Yo, like, what would the world be like if Germany did invade Britain around that time and take over? Does that mean... I don't know. That kind of just threw me off. Now I'm thinking about that. Like, what would today's world be like?
Let's do this. The Battle of Britain in 60 seconds.
No way.
By 1940, Hitler had conquered most of Europe, so turned his attention to Britain. To successfully invade, Hitler knew that his Luftwaffe had to destroy the Royal Air Force and Royal Navy. On the 10th of July, the Luftwaffe started their attack by targeting shipping convoys, military defences, airfields, and towns on the southern coast. The RAF response meant large numbers of German bombers were shot down before they could cause too much damage. The RAF achieved this with an established network of radar and communications telling them when and where German planes were coming to attack. Not only did Britain have eyes on the sky, but the RAF Spitfire and Hurricane aircraft outmatched the Messerschmitt 109. On the 13th of August, the Luftwaffe began Operation Eagle Attack, aimed at destroying the RAF and dominating British skies. German fighters had limited range and could only escort bombers flying over Britain for part of their missions.
Oh, you mad weak, bro. Mad weak. How pathetic. You know, like, what?
Limited range and could only escort bombers flying over Britain for part of their began Operation Eagle Attack.
Imagine having support. And you get halfway and they turn around and talk about saying, oh, we can't go further with you. I mean, we gotta turn around. How pathetic. How pathetic. Let us drop like flies then. Why not? You know? Like, what? They came with half a plan.
Matched the Messerschmitt 109. On the 13th of August, the Luftwaffe began Operation Eagle Attack, aimed at destroying the RAF and dominating
Mind you, these is all of them right here to the side, bro. I mean, not even halfway.
British skies. German fighters had limited range and could only escort bombers flying over Britain for part of their missions, leaving...
Yeah, that part right there. I tried to go past it again, but I ended up pausing. You mean to tell me, so maybe they was protected or something, but once they got here, what if all chaos, erupted? Shot down. What? And you turned around going back, and you don't even... What was y'all thinking? Thinking you could go into Britain like that, bro? What the...
had limited range and could only escort bombers flying over Britain for part of their missions, leaving bomber pilots unprotected. On the 24th of August to the 6th of September, the Luftwaffe increased the intensity, with more than 1,000 aircraft attacking each day. But the British just managed to maintain the advantage, causing a frustrated Hitler to switch tactics. The Blitz of London began and the Battle of Britain ended.
The Blitz of London began. The Battle of Britain ended. I like how she finished that off. You know? Now I truly understand how it was possible to shrink this to 60 seconds, because here I am thinking about it all. How are you going to explain all of this, thinking that it's all of it's not the Battle of Britain, and she's completely right. There is, you know, a series of events that happened. One was the Battle of Britain, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean everything that happened throughout that time was called that. You know, you can't put it into that category. I actually do like how she broke this up. I mean, that was 60 seconds, though. That was 60 seconds. You got me to know, okay, I already knew about this, but say we didn't know anything. And for the people watching this video, new to the channel, new to this topic, do you understand this? It took 60 seconds. And do you have a clear understanding of how the Battle of Britain happened? Basically, like literally, basically what I'm getting from this, it's not really fair because I know about this, but from the video that we literally just reacted to, is that like the reflection out in my hair? Oh, it's the reflection of the light. In this video, basically, she explained Germany tried to take over Britain. They was like, oh, let's go attack their aircraft. Let's go attack their ships. once they got halfway into Britain, they was turning around. They couldn't support them no more. So what happened to those German pilots? But they got dropped like flies because Britain was coming in clutch. But they was doing their thing. They was doing their thing. And that's exactly what happened. Long story short, they was dropping Germany. They was dropping like flies, and it didn't go as planned. So Hitler was like, all right, we need to change something. This ain't working. I mean, I don't know how many planes he was going to let go down before he realized that. I would have told him the first day. I'm like, bro, you halfway into Britain. You could barely get in. I'm up there in the jet, like, are you sure? I mean, we could barely get in. Which, halfway, we ain't supported no more. Bro, how pathetic. I love listening to these type of stories. This isn't me bashing Germany. But yet again, I'm pretty sure the people coming from Germany could bash Hitler and his plans, the things he did and everything. Let them speak for themselves. Let them tell you. They didn't agree with none of it. You know what I'm saying? But this is not me bashing Germany. I love Germany, and I will visit one day. You know what I'm saying? I think it's time for Americans and other people around the world to have a different point of view, a different perspective, a different opinion, factual opinions now towards Germany, because they have proven so much, they have overcame so much, and they have perfected. I want to say they don't changed a lot. They have bettered their country in so many ways to prove that they're not who they used to be. So this is just history, It's not who they are. And mind you, it was just Hitler. It was him going crazy. He was the one going crazy. He was the one going crazy. A little dictatorship in there.
Increased the intensity with more than 1,000 aircraft attacking each day. But the British just managed to maintain the advantage, causing a frustrated...
1,000 every single day, and y'all was still getting put up? Damn. Bro, I'm not, that's what I said, I'm not about to mess with Britain, bro. Stop playing with me. I'm not about to mess with
September, the Luftwaffe increased the intensity with more than 1,000 aircraft attacking each day. But the British just managed to maintain the advantage, causing a frustrated Hitler to switch tactics. The Blitz of London began and the Battle of Britain ended. Now
he want to attack the cities and get to bombing them and everything. And, that's when a lot of things started affecting the people that lived within the country. That's when, people didn't... Their homes were being destroyed, rationing had to start and everything. It was a lot. People didn't have no jobs. It was hard to fend for yourself, man. It really was. It's like this man was really trying to ruin it all. Like, nah, this is mine. Like, and really, when you really think about it, it's so crazy. How could you just simply take somebody's life, the innocent people, their homes, their kids, everything? This is mine. Like, it's over. Yeah, what are you like? What is going through your mind? What is going through your mind? You gotta be the most narcissist person I ever, you gotta be a narcissist, I think. Because there's no way. And we ain't I was gonna say something, but I don't want to bite my tongue and jinx it. Because why would I wish that for humanity? You know, I gotta live here too. I don't want, nah. I was gonna say something, but I'm not gonna say it.
To switch tactics. The Blitz of London began and the Battle of Britain ended.
Blitz of London.
Although the Germans had more planes and pilots, the British had the advantage of fighting over their own territory and seeing their enemies coming thanks to the radar. Around 3,000 RAF pilots from 15 different nations were responsible for saving Britain from invasion by the Nazi forces. On the 19th of August, 1940...
wait.
Around 3,000 RAF pilots from 15 different nations were responsible for saving Britain from invasion by the Nazi forces. On the 19th of August, 1940, Winston Churchill praised the RAF pilots with his famous speech, "Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few." Interesting fact, when German planes were shot down, Hitler lost his aircrew and aircraft. When a British plane was shot down, if the crew survived, they could rejoin the squadrons the same day, ready for the next incoming German attacks. Thanks for watching. Lost his aircrew and aircraft. Interesting fact, when German planes were shot down, Hitler lost his aircrew and aircraft.
He lost his... Okay, whoa. Yeah? He lost his aircraft and the aircrew.
When a British plane was shot down, German planes were shot down, Hitler lost his aircrew and aircraft. When a British plane was shot down, if the crew survived, they could rejoin the squadrons the same day, ready for the next incoming German attacks. Thanks for watching the 60-second episode about the Battle of Britain.
I'm trying to wrap that around my... Like, I think I get what she's saying, but like, let me just hear that one more time.
Owed by so many to so few. Interesting fact, when German planes were shot down, Hitler lost his aircrew and aircraft. When a British plane was shot down, if the crew survived, they could rejoin the squadrons the same day, ready for the next incoming German attacks.
What if the crew survived on the German side? Or are you saying that there was no chance of surviving? That's what you're saying? Either way, if they was going down, they was going down because like all eyes was on them, or like there was no way back for like support, getting back to Germany, getting back to their leader, getting back to their squad and everything. No possible chance. Because like, what if a German pilot got shot down and he survived? He ejected himself out the plane. Then what happens? You got to just run, right? Eventually, if you get captured, you get captured. But I mean, if not, then all right, find your way back home or to the base or something, I guess. Like, war is crazy. It's really a free-for-all when you go out there on that field. Go ahead and think your squad is worried about you. You better be strong, independent as well, and have that intellectual capabilities, and common sense to maneuver around on the low without getting caught or seen by anyone, because you don't know. And they make a phone call. And now they military is on their way to you, bro. But they see your uniform and everything. You know what I'm saying? You never know. So I mean, it is kind of scary, like both ways. I'm thinking like the Germans and the Brits that had to go through that, because there was definitely Brits that got shot down. This is not as many as the Germans, but definitely. And that's scary, You gotta basically find your way back. You ain't got no contact with nobody. It seemed like Britain had a little more advantage. They had radars and everything. I think they was probably able to find their men if they got lost or had to, evacuate somewhere or eject themselves out of a plane or their aircraft. I don't want to say jet, because around that time, it wasn't jets that they were actually flying. So forgive me for saying jets. I live in a time, you know what I'm saying? Please have mercy over me. But I got to stop saying that, because it's not a jet. We're going to say an aircraft. It definitely was not jets that they were fighting with. Around that time, it was like an aircraft type of stuff. Like they had propellers in the front. You know what I'm saying? They had propellers in the front of the plane and everything. Now, those type of planes is wicked, though. Like, those beast fighter jets right there. But they're not jets. Fighter aircraft, Dangerous. Straight up dangerous, though. What do we, can I just call that an aircraft? Or do I call them propeller planes? Like, what would I really refer to them as? That way I can know instead of calling them an aircraft. And I keep using the term jet because I don't know what to call them. So I'd rather say aircraft or propeller plane or something. Now, that don't really make sense. Propeller plane? I mean, aircraft? Yeah, all right. I'll say aircraft for now, but please let me know in the comments what would be the proper term for that. That way I can run off with the right thing. I'm tired of saying jet for real because I know it wasn't jets that they were in. It wasn't. I seen the movie, I read the documentary, the pictures that I reacted to mad videos. It's not a jet. It ain't a jet. You know, Strac ain't no expert aviation now. You know, aerospace there, but I could tell the difference between like a propeller type of plane and everything versus like a jet, like, you know. But Britain was still advanced. Britain had it, you know. They had the things they needed, and they had it to their advantage. Imagine being able to see your enemy coming, and the enemy don't even got the same thing you got. So they don't know where you're at. They could just literally run into you. Even if they can see where you at, oh well, you entering their homeland. What you think, they not prepared for you? You entering their country, you think they not prepared for you? Bro. I've always wanted to see like something in person, you know, like in the sky, them fighting. But that'll be very scary. But you know, something like that, I feel like it'll be just like a cinematic movie, man. Watching them up there going at it. Do you honestly think we would ever see something like that in history ever again? No, they're up high and away fighting over the waters now. Man, these people got like agreements now when it comes to war. They're not finna just fight over your country. You know, if they are, they're super duper high, but they're usually fighting over water now. They are usually fighting over water now. It's like, is war planned, bro? Is it like strategic? Okay, we're gonna fight here. And let's link up here and let's get down. Let me know in the comments. I mean, not for nothing though. A country could come over here on some BS and straight up get the dropping. What? Yes. Yes. They wanted to? If they was on that type of, you know, I want to take over. Well, all right. Good luck with that. Good luck with that.
They could rejoin the squadrons the same day, ready for the next incoming German attacks. Thanks for watching the 60-second episode about the Battle of Britain. Make sure you subscribe for more
60-second episode, Battle of Britain, man. Let's jump right into this second video right here. Today we'll be reacting to a second video. 5 facts you need to know about the Battle of Britain. So here we are. We're about to get hit with some facts. This is something we need to know, you know? I love getting hit with like facts and stuff in these type of videos. Make sure my volume is good.
This year marks the 80th anniversary of the Battle of Britain. Fought over British skies during 1940, the battle was a turning point in World War II and ultimately saved Britain from
a little longer because of what the year we're in now, but still wasn't a long time ago when you think about it. Still wasn't a long time ago.
40, the battle was a turning point in World War II and ultimately saved Britain from German invasion. It remains one of the truly great chapters in our history, and to mark 80 years since that momentous battle, a number of incredibly poignant commemoratives have been issued, which you can find via the link on the screen now. But to mark the anniversary, I've done a bit of research surrounding the Battle of Britain, and I discovered these 5 fascinating facts. Let me know Battle of Britain, and I discovered
Spitfire? Spitfire?
these 5
Why is that ringing bells? It's like, you know, you ever like see something really familiar and it's like right there in your mind, like, wait, I know that I've seen this or something, like, you know. I guess it'll come back to my mind, but like,
True. I've done a bit of research surrounding the Battle of Britain, and I discovered these 5 fascinating facts. Let me know in the comments below how many you already knew.
Okay, we may know some of these, man.
As you know, there have sadly been many a battle on land and at sea, but the Battle of Britain was the first battle in history waged almost exclusively in the air. But did you know that the battle received its name from a speech Winston Churchill delivered to the British House of Commons, in which he stated, "The Battle of France is over, I expect the Battle of Britain is about to begin."
Oh, because remember, Germany was taking over Europe. Hitler already basically took over Europe. Hitler took over Europe, you know what I'm saying? This was basically one of the places that experienced that. Now it's the Battle of Britain. He already conquered most of Europe. He's literally on his way to Britain right now to come get us now. Now it's the Battle of Britain. I didn't know that he actually got it from his speech. Really? And first of all, I never heard the speech. I ain't never heard his speech. That's another video. I never heard his speech at all. So that'd be something new for the first time. I'm making a video on that. I'm reacting to that. I'm gonna find the speech and we're gonna react to that. 1,000%.
The battle speech Winston Churchill delivered to the British House of Commons, in which he stated, "The Battle of France is over, I expect the Battle of Britain is about to begin."
What General Weygand has called the Battle of France is over. The Battle of Britain is about to begin.
The battle included one of the earliest uses of radar in combat. That's right, the RAF had a secret weapon in the form of radio direction finding, better known as radar. The British built a ring of radar stations along the coastline, which soon became a crucial part of Britain's strategy. By pinging approaching Luftwaffe raiders, aka Nazi Germany's air force, with radio waves, the RAF could pin down the location and scramble fighters to intercept them, thereby robbing the enemy of the element of surprise.
Oh, by surprise. Look, by surprise. You think you on your way by the sneak attack. Bro, they're already up in the air. And they're actually headed towards you. That way you don't come, deeper in the country. They're headed towards you as well. Ain't nobody folding. Ain't nobody scary. Bro, strategy is really strategy, man. Wow. They basically just knew, all right. Because if they didn't have that, all those planes is gone. On the base, ships gone, everything. Homes, houses, businesses, buildings, everything destroyed. Everything destroyed. They probably wouldn't even leave no grass. Everything would have been destroyed. That gave a head start. Get in now. Get these things in the air. I want every single aircraft in the air now. You know what I'm saying? I would have did the same thing. I want everybody in the air. Don't you leave nothing on this ground. All these vehicles, get them out of it. Yeah, everybody got to get in something and go fight. Yeah, I would have been fighting too if I was. What? I would have been out there too. Major, I would have been out there getting it in my country.
And scramble fighters to intercept them, thereby robbing the enemy of the element of surprise. During one of the battle's most intense periods of fighting over London, RAF Sergeant Ray Holmes spotted a German bomber headed in the direction of Buckingham Palace. Despite having already used up all of his ammunition, he steered his Hawker Hurricane straight at the enemy aircraft and rammed it with his wing.
What? You ran into him? You flew into him? I'ma keep it a buck. I'ma keep it 100. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. Hey, what? I can't even fathom that in my head right now. Me in the situation. I mean, just ran my plane. My family, everybody down. My wife, my kids. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking about that too. Yo, I got to do what? It's over. It's over. If I survive, I survive. If I survive, I survive. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Are you kidding me? Did he survive? Because I cut him off. He did say the wing or something like that. Yeah, man, going at speed, ain't nobody survive.
All of his ammunition, he steered his Hawker Hurricane straight at the enemy aircraft and rammed it with his wing. The blow sent it plummeting into nearby Victoria Station. Rightly so, Holmes was hailed as a national hero for having saved the royal residence from potential disaster. Did you know that the
Oh, he's still alive? He's still alive? He didn't. Wait. He didn't.
Palace. Despite having already used up all of his ammunition, he steered his Hawker Hurricane straight at the enemy aircraft and rammed it with his wing.
You are a legend, bro. Now you are straight up G. I'ma still survive. I'm gonna take you out. I'm gonna turn my plane or something. I'm gonna hit you with my wing. That's accuracy. Come on, that's skill. Come on, need the precision. Man, come on. And I'm gonna be perfectly fine. You just gonna take this wing off. I might damage it, and I'm gonna go crash land into the ground, and I'm gonna eject myself, or I'm gonna try to land this thing in some water or something. You know, I'm gonna figure it out as an experienced pilot. Yeah, we ain't worry about that. Like, these is true heroes. True heroes. That's a different ball game, bro. I don't care. That's a different ball game, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna run my plane in it. Let me run my aircraft in, bro. I'm not playing with you. I'm not playing with you, bro. Like that's tough. That's tough. That's tough. That's wicked, bro.
In the direction of Buckingham Palace. Despite having already used up all of his ammunition, he steered his Hawker Hurricane straight at the enemy aircraft and rammed it with his wing. The blow sent it plummeting into nearby Victoria Station. Rightly so, Holmes was hailed as a national hero for having saved the royal residence from potential disaster.
Yo, real.
Did you know that the RAF had around...
Hey, this royal residence, you better... Your life is already on the line, man. Oh, I probably would have did the same thing. I ain't got nothing left to lose, bro. I'm at war right now. Like, in my mind, I think I seriously be like, I have nothing left to lose, bro. I am at war right now. I'd be so heat up, like, in the moment, adrenaline rushing and everything. I think it'd be like, whatever. I think knowing me the way I am, bro, if I had to do something in a split second, just reacting off of instincts and this and that, to saving my country, I probably wouldn't even realize what I just did, honestly. It'd be a natural instinct. I probably wouldn't even realize what I just did until that very split second when we connect, when those two aircrafts connect. Then in my head, I was, yeah. That's how it be sometimes. And sometimes you gotta be like that. Or else you out here as a showman. You soft. What, you soft? You know, like, man, these people protecting your country. He's the tough. Tough mother. Bro, he tough for that. He tough for that. Yeah.
...for residents from potential disaster. Did you
tough
know that the RAF
man.
had around 1,960 aircrafts at its disposal? This figure included around 900 fighter aircrafts, 560 bombers, and 500 coastal aeroplanes. Thanks to its sleek lines and blistering speed, the Supermarine Spitfire is thought to be the plane that saved England during the Battle of Britain. Yet, Spitfires only actually made up a third of the British fighters during the campaign. The bulk of the RAF force consisted of the less glamorous Hawker Hurricane, which actually downed more enemy aircrafts during the fighting. According to the RAF, 2,009...
It don't matter what type of... Yo, everybody was putting in Beltet, bro. It don't even matter what aircraft we in at this point. We finna just put them down. It don't matter what we got at this point. And skill is skill. Like straight up. That's what I be saying about our military. You can have all this money and all these people. You could do how Germany did and send all your guys out. Had the most of the money, the best of the best jets and everything now. You know, all that. And still get put up. Oh, well, put down. And still get put down, bro. Goodness. It's about the experience. How much do you want it? It's about the experience. The training sequences, the strategy, you know? Whoever made these strategies, these plans, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna flank them here. Come on, intellectual capabilities. You gotta be smarter than the next man. It ain't checkers, baby. It's chess. This is war. You know what I'm saying? Can't get it confused now. It's more than just fighting and, taking lives and everything. You really gotta map this out, or you will lose your guys. And then you're gonna be on a podium trying to think about how you gonna constantly tell your country why you keep losing your men. Damn, you go ahead. You gotta be the one to deliver the message, not me. Man, I love learning about war. Like, I love always learning about this topic and everything. You know what I'm saying? We learn about school and everything. I love learning about war. Like, I love talking about these topics and everything, and like back in history.
More enemy aircraft during the fighting. According to the RAF, 2,937 pilots officially took part in the Battle of Britain, and of this number, 595 were from other countries, including Poland, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, Czechoslovakia, Belgium, France, the United States, and South Africa. And of the top 10 RAF aces of the Battle of Britain, only 5 were British. That's right, the highest scoring foreign flyer was Sergeant Joseph František, a Czech who scored 17 victories while flying as a guest of the Polish 303 Squadron. So there you are.
And he was just a guest. he was just a guest. He had no assist. Straight up putting on the scoreboard, bro. I'm looking at this little man on this big wing. I didn't mean to call him little, but like compared to the aircraft. And he's able to control such big machines, such enormous, such an enormous machine. And have that accuracy while flying and everything. That precision, that concentration. I was starting to believe that you got to be born to be a pilot. Like a fighter, you got to be born for certain things. I told you guys I wanted to do this when I was in high school. I was in ROTC, and this is what I really wanted to do. And my sergeant used to be like, "Are you sure you're ready for this? It's hard, And he used to fly the planes and everything too. So I was like, "You could do it. I could do it." No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. Like, we're not even talking about getting to the plane yet or just flying it. Bro, you gotta be smart. You have to be smart. I don't care if you're not smart. You better study. It's gonna be a very, very hard time for you. It don't come easy to everybody. He was like bringing me through the process. He had me doing things, trying to read up on things, trying to take little quizzes, speaking to me on certain things. I'm like, my head is everywhere, bro. You are stressing me out as a freshman. I don't even know, bro. I was so stressed. I'm like, this is what I really want to do. Because in my mind as a freshman, I'm like, if I'm going to have to pick a career, I'd definitely go to the military and I'd become a pilot. Thinking it was an easy cop-out. Thinking I could just go do something. The disrespect, and I'm sorry. But I've definitely educated myself, and I have so much more respect. Well, I've always had respect, but that awareness, should I say. So I have so much more respect in that awareness. So how difficult this is. I mean, this ain't easy, bro. It's not easy, bro. I can't believe I wanted to do this, man.
My top 5 facts that you might not have known about the Battle of Britain. If you're interested, don't forget to check out our Battle of Britain 80th anniversary coin range via this link on screen now. And as always,
like, do y'all see me in a aircraft doing this? I don't even see myself. Freshman year, I didn't even see myself doing it, but I really wanted to do it. And I had a mentor. I had somebody who was willing to show me the ways, and he did. He tried. Horrible. I had to let him know real quick. Don't waste your time with me no more. Dude, it ain't for me. Yeah, that's the respect. It was not for me. No. found my way, But it is cool hearing the stories he always had and everything, and how he got to fly the newest planes, just came out of the factory and everything. And you the first one ever to fly like stuff like that. It's really cool. He told me a story, like he told me so many stories, and it was really cool. Especially like how he like crashed the plane before he scratched it up, like banged the new one up. But he was like, it was a lot, and I was like, oh, what they do? Did they strip your pass? Did they take it off? Like man, the stories are crazy. And these pilots be having some amazing stories, And I'm thankful that I was able to actually have one as a teacher in school, It was my sergeant and it was my major. My major worked in a bunker underneath the ground. Oh, of course. He worked in a bunker underneath the ground, but it was a missile bunker. So basically he sat there and he just did a bunch of what did he used to call it? Intelligence work or something like that. And I guess when he got that call, whenever he got a call, his job was to just push a button. Whenever, I think he said the call would be from the president or his higher up, literally. And if he got that call, it was on him. He had to turn certain things. He had to, press it at the certain time. It was crazy, bro. To let these missiles launch. To let them launch. And he said he has done it a few times. There was a few of these. There was a few they was holding that we have never, ever had to let go of. And he said it was something, boy. It was something yeah. He go to bunker, look at it you people don't really know what they're dealing with. He went down there, look at it ooh, keep that over there, It was amazing being able to hear their stories, bro. You see, this is what life is about. Everything happens for a reason, man. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me today, for listening to my stories and my rants, but this was highly educational, both videos. Thank you so much for all the recommendations. Please flood my comment section with more videos for us to react to. Share your honest thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. Educate me and everyone else. Feel free to include some more information that may have not been included in both of these videos. Something extra you would like to include, you know what I'm saying? Continue to educate, please. Knowledge is everything. Wisdom is everything. I keep telling people that, bro. I keep telling people that, the key to life, the key is wisdom. Is wisdom. But these people still don't be listening to me, man. I was going to say follow the Twitch, but we going over to Kick because it's more for me. But I will forever be a YouTuber. But when it comes to streaming, it's going to be Kick, But I will forever be a YouTuber and have videos on my channels. Stay safe. I love you all so much. And I hope to catch you all in the next reaction video.